What is going on, my beautiful people? We are out in the woods today, and it is February the 7th, and we are checking some trail cameras that have not been checked since deer season. We're going to hopefully see some bucks that have made it through the season, and hopefully we will be able to at least see if Buns made it through. Haven't seen him. We had some pictures of him at the start of the rut in October, but that's the last time we have any pictures of him, last time we saw him or anything like that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some photos of him, but I'm going to pull this trail camera. I'm actually going to take these down and try to put them in some different spots. I know that the deer have kind of changed some patterns from just observations this season and everything like that. So we're going to pull some of this stuff down. We're going to move it next season. So make sure you guys are subscribing so you don't miss where we move all this stuff. All right, so that is my Primo's trail camera. And that is my Moultrie trail camera that I've already pulled down. I actually put a bunch of stuff right here in this area not too long ago, and the day after it flooded and washed out a lot of the product and stuff that I put here. I mean, you can see how the grass has been laid down, and this site, the deer just haven't been coming to as much as they have in the past couple of years. So I'm going to be looking for a new main mineral site. That's another reason that I had that stand there originally, was because of the amount of traffic that we had here. But as times change, we got to change our attack. So that's what we're going to be doing. Last trail camera we have is this muddy trail camera. I'm not going to take it all the way down because I do get cellular photos from it. We're just going to turn it off, and we will take the card out of this one, and we're going to move it. I'm going to move it back to over in this area to try to see if any turkeys or anything like that are using the food plot. That way we can start that game plan for turkey season this year. All right, so we're going to put it back on this tree. I actually put it on this tree not too long ago, just kind of looking at this strip and looking directly down this ravine here, and hopefully we'll be able to see some turkeys on it. All right, so while that's on and getting synced up with my phone and the app and everything like that to send me pictures, this is the area it's going to be monitoring. Hopefully we'll get some turkeys walking up and down this ravine. I know they have in the past. We have some grass, there's acorns and stuff like that that falls. So I'm sure that there should be some good activity from turkeys in here, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good gobblers and know what to expect this upcoming turkey season. But one thing that I wanted to show you that I noticed while I was in the stand was there's an old deer feeder that we're walking up to right there. And I wanted to check this thing out because it's in a decent area. You know, I could take this and clear this area out and make a mineral site and, you know, put a stand right here. We're a good ways from the road, which I originally put my stand right there because of the road and everything like that. But you got some tin here that's just a piece of PVC pipe and like a little feeding dish that I assume the person would take and put corn in this, and it would feed into here. So if you guys would want to see me come and test out this old school deer feeder, put some corn in it, and of course I know the deer are gonna come, but I think that it would be a really cool challenge. You'll see me clean this up, get this thing working, and I think this might be an area that we can use that's in the same area of my food plot, but we get the deer coming to it. There's plenty of trees, lots of open lanes for shooting, and I don't know. I'm excited to try to make a new scrape here. Let me know if you guys would want to see me clean up this old handmade deer feeder and restore it and get it working, I guess. I mean, there's not going to be much that I need to do. It's just a piece of PVC pipe. But let me know if that's something you guys want to see on the channel. Ladies and gents, the moment that we all have been waiting for. I have to be honest with you guys. I already went through these trail camera cards and I pulled out some of the best stuff. And I know by the title and description, you know what the big news is. But we got a couple pictures to go through first, and then we'll get into the good stuff. The first picture I have for you guys is actually from December 28th. It's 5:22 in the morning. It was 27 degrees outside, and it looks like we had a little 6-pointer, maybe a little 8-pointer that was walking through. And this trail camera, if you guys don't remember hasn't been there that long, because from when I was hunting, I would see these deer walking, you know, a good 100 yards away from my stand. And so I took and I put a trail camera over there, and boy am I glad I did, because I ended up having 3 trail cameras in this area, all of them about 40-50 yards apart, and none of them got the same deer on them. And this trail camera in particular got more deer than any of the other ones. So it just goes to show you that just because you have a trail camera in an area doesn't mean you have it in the optimal spot to get the most pictures of what's coming through the area. The January 10th at 8:34, I have what I assume is the same deer from the previous picture coming back the other way, and it does look like he's a little 6-pointer, maybe even a 5-pointer, because he doesn't have a brow tine on that left side. But nonetheless, I think next year this deer may end up being a shooter. He's got really light horns, so I'm thinking that we'll be able to get a good look at this deer next year. He seems to be one that hangs out in the area. So then on January 28th, I don't know what was special about January 28th, but it's 37 degrees, so it's not as cold as it has been being, but we had a good bit of movement that night. So right off at 8:52 p.m., a little bit after dark, we had a spike come through, and then at 8:53, so right behind this spike, we had this buck right here come through. And immediately I was freaking out. I was like, oh my goodness, that's Buns. It's got to be Buns. But then as I looked a little closer, you know, the antlers look a little bit thin to be Buns. This back G1, it's got a curve in it that Buns doesn't have. And the deer itself looks really thin. It looks like it's a young deer, looks super skinny. So I was kind of sad. I was like, okay, this isn't Buns, but yet again, we have another decent 8-pointer that I probably would have shot would I have seen the deer and had a good shot at it during the season, because I actually saw Buns and did not get the shot off. But this was still really exciting to see that we had another nice, this is probably a 2, maybe 3-year-old deer. This is like Buns 2.0 right here that we're going to be able to watch over the next coming years. Then on the 30th, we ended up having another spike come through. I'm not sure if it's the same one or not, but this was at 4:32 a.m., 27 degrees. And behind him, we had another unique looking 4-pointer. I mean, this has got to be one of the tallest, biggest 4-pointers that I've seen. He's got to be, what, 2 years old right now? So this is pretty unique in the way that his antlers are growing just straight up. It's an interesting deer. I'm excited to see what he comes into. And then it happens on January 30th at 4:58 a.m. we got this picture right here, and this without a doubt in my mind is Buns. The other deer's rack actually looked bigger. It looks like his tines are longer. I'm not sure if that was just the picture or not, but I can tell based off the body that this deer right here is Buns. Fits the age profile of probably 4 to 5 years, and you can see the neck size differential that's really playing a factor into that. And this has got to be the deer that I saw when I was sitting in the stand about 100 yards from here back in September. And I am really excited that this deer made it through the season. He's a tricky little deer. Seen him one time on the hooves, got several pictures of him in this area, and I'm really excited to try to hunt him next year. And so our saga will continue. He's been a deer that we've now seen on the hoof, and have an opportunity hopefully still to make him the first deer that I kill with my bow. And I'm really excited about that. And I want to just thank you guys for the journey. I'm really glad this deer made it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to continue the saga that is Buns in the upcoming deer season. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump to the verse of the week. And so for this verse of the week, it was really, you know, being able to see Buns, it actually gave me a big uplift. And it kind of took me back to when we saw him on the hoof. And for those of you that haven't watched that video, I'm going to link it up above for you. But when I first saw that deer, I was actually reading my Bible. And this verse kind of popped in my mind, James 1:17. Every good and perfect gift is from above. So it was just a reminder to me that even if it's something as little as seeing a picture of a deer from a trail camera in the woods, for those of you that follow my channel and those of you that hunt, you guys get it. You get how being able to know that the deer that you've been hunting made it through the season and that story continues. It really does. It puts a smile on your face, and it's something that you'll look forward to for a long time, because you're gonna go ahead and start planning the next hunt for that deer. So I'm really excited that Buns made it. I'm really thankful to God that he made it through the season, and you know, I can't be thankful enough. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are happy to see that Buns made it. Leave a comment below how you guys want me to try to hunt him next year. If you have any product recommendations to try to see if he can come out and eat that product. But anyways, guys, always remember, when nature calls or God calls, you better answer. Peace.